Hey guys, how's it going? It's Thang, and today I'm going to talk about Last Epoch. So if you've noticed, I've been playing Last Epoch since its release, and I've been enjoying it quite a lot. And it's not just me talking because I'm still in my honeymoon period with the game, it's me because I came from a huge disappointment of, well, Diablo 4, and I'm pretty sure most of you who are watching this would agree also. It's honestly been a really great game, and if you haven't picked it up yet, hopefully I can convince you to pick it up with the things that I really enjoy about the game. Yes, I know there are bugs and yes, there are server issues, especially when it just first launched and well, it's I think it had like over 200,000 concurrent players. Quite a popular game. Anywho, yeah, let's talk about the things that I like. And I'll be honest before we get started is that I went into this game pretty much blind. I knew nothing about it. I knew that it was out. I knew that there was a little bit whispering on the Diablo subreddit, but other than that, that was about it. I just needed something else other than Diablo 4 to play. So, the very first thing that I want to tell you that I think you will also love is the leveling. The leveling doesn't feel like a chore. It doesn't feel like you are dragged down by some scenery or some immersion that the developer wants to show you because really the end goal of an ARPG is well to farm for your fat ass loots, right? There is a campaign that you can do if you wanted to, but mainly they don't hold you back from getting to endgame really quick. And I mean like super quick. If I had done any research on the game, I think I could have gotten to level 50 within the first day or started farming endgame stuff within the first day, but no. I kind of had other things to do, but that's the thing is that this game doesn't feel like a chore. It doesn't punish you also when you're leveling, especially like with the Diablo 4 dynamic leveling system. No, it doesn't punish you at all, right? Where it gets hard is where endgame is, where you decide whether or not you want to make the game harder for yourself. That's the thing. So the game doesn't punish you for leveling. The game isn't a chore, and honestly, those two things will allow me to play alts and I won't fall asleep. That's an amazing thing because why should it be a chore? Why should it punish you? Why should it do anything? I should enjoy this game when I'm leveling, right? So hopefully that entire thing convinces you because it really did convince me to maybe I'll play an alt in the future. I probably will. You know how many alts I have in Diablo 4? None. Okay, the next thing I want to talk about is the skill system. This is the skill system. I'm pretty sure you've seen it. It is a little bit more complex than Diablo 4, but less complicated than PoE. I've used those two words specifically for many reasons. Okay, so you have your primary leveling skill, and then all these other skills is through your passives. So when you put points into your passive, you get certain skills at certain levels of your passive. And I like these because when you click or when you specialize into the skill itself, you have this branching type of tree that goes on, right? You can go one way or the other way. But the main thing is that you're not punished by the mistakes that you make when you're leveling up because you just want to level and you just want to put things into whatever, right? You can respect if you choose to. The only thing is that if you respect, it does lower your skill level. And if you want to respect the whole entire thing, it moves it down to 0. But here's the thing, even though you are at 0, depending on what level you are, you retain a certain amount of skills that you can put into your skill. Sorry, levels that you can put into your skills. But also, there is an XP boost. So when you are leveling that skill, it catches up really quick, superbly quick. So you're not feeling that, oh my god, I'm so weak right now. This is such a pain to do. No, it's none of that, right? So it's really fun. Your passive, same thing too. You're not punished for the mistakes that you make because you can respect all of this via gold. And honestly, gold in this game is an abundance. It's super easy to get. So you can respect to your heart's desire without the but I guess that burden of I don't remember, I forgot those words, but you're not hindered by it. So I think it's wonderful that the developer has put that in mind because the only reason why I really don't like PoE because it's really hard to make any mistakes, right? You have to be one way only, unless I think you buy the thing and then you respect it. I'm sorry. I know PoE people are gonna kill me, but whatever, whatever. And then Diablo 4 is just way too simple, and the Paragon level system is just too much, too much. I want to show you. This is my stash, and this is also my character inventory. As you can see, there's a lot of space, especially in the stash. That's a lot of space in the stash itself, right? But you can also buy new stash via gold. I mean, I'm at level what, 82 right now. You know what the thing is? I didn't even notice I was level 80. I was just playing the game. I mean, of course I've noticed a little bit, but not hugely. I'm level 82 now. Look at all my stuff. It's not like I need that much space, but there is a lot of space that you can use, but also you can search for the items that you need or the affixes that you need rather than having to, hover through one by one like in Diablo 4. That was a pain, let me tell you. I've spoken about this to a friend of mine that if you cannot design an inventory management system that doesn't waste your time, you've pretty much failed at a game like like an ARPG. Because if I have to inventory manage in an ARPG, that's a lot of downtime, and I don't want to play the game anymore. That's it, right? So this is wonderful. I think there's a lot of other things or a few things that they can actually put into the game, like sorting right now. It's just sorting right now. That's it. There's no thing if something put into the stash. Like I want all my keys into the stash only, or my idols into the stash only. I want certain things into the stash. The config tab is rudimentary at the moment. It's probably a quality of life thing they could put into the game. It's probably a lot more programming because you'll have this if and then or that. But I think it has potential of doing that if they would want to do something like that. That's up to them. It's just how my brain works. Like I prefer everything very organized and very efficient. Okay, I want to talk about the crafting. So, I'm very new to the game, so I might get this wrong. Crafting is pretty easy. You just, if there's an affix that you want, you just put it into over here, right? And over here there you can click on this or this. It'll have an arrow that means that you can upgrade it, or you can, well, I guess upgrade affix. And if you have the correct affix materials and scrolls, it automatically puts it into the slots for you. But also you can have different type of what are these called again? What are these called? I don't remember. You can have modifications to them, right? So add one tier affix to all empty affix slots has increased chance to reroll rarer affixes, or you can shatter the whole entire things and get some affix shards back, or you can replace them. It's just fun, right? It's just fun. Also, there's this crafting inventory right here. You can also search for all the crafting inventory if you have the crafting inventory. Okay, but then when you have them in your inventory, because it looks kind of like not that great. It's all here. You can press transfer materials and it goes into your crafting material. That's pretty neat. Yes, I know they could have just programmed to automatically go into it when you pick it up, but I guess it's a give or take kind of thing, right? Another thing I like is, of course, the loot filter. Oh, man. I don't know why they focused on a lot of nitty, stupid things in Diablo 4 than they should have on a loot filtering system. Inventory management. I know there is one in Grim Dawn because I played that game. I think there is one in PoE. So don't come at me. But loot filtering is probably one of the quintessential thing to have in an ARPG game. If you don't have this, why are you even bothering making an ARPG with like a myriad of like loots? It's just a waste of time for someone to go through every single one of them. That's a lot of downtime, and a lot of downtime is not that good. Not that good at all. So I appreciate the developers creating a loot filter. You can create new one. You can, copy and paste it in, or you can open from a file. I think that's amazing, right? What else is there that I wanted to show you? Oh yeah, yeah, the map. And this is it's not a huge deal or anything, but the map, it's beautiful. But the thing about the map is it doesn't matter where you are on screen or in any other map. As long as you have a waypoint to that specific map, you can just teleport to there and it doesn't matter, right? It doesn't matter at all. Something I do like. For endgame, here's the thing about endgame in this game. It's that it's a very low bar of entry to actually start doing endgame. I think the lowest bar is like 45. Doing at the arena or the bastion show or something, level 45. And you can upgrade the tiers to make it harder, but the bar of entry is very, very low. Not only that it's low, but it doesn't require high or medium type of gear to actually start. I remember when I played this game, my gear here was craptacular. When I say craptacular, I mean like it was just horrible. It was just horrible, but my skills carried me through. And that's what mattered because like if the bar of entry is pretty high, nobody wants to play it. Or people are gonna play it and they're just like, God, this is suffocating. This is punishing. Why am I even playing this game? Right? But for me, when I started endgame, it was pretty easy because my gear was shit. My skills was nice. I went and farm. I got nice upgrades. You can see this upgrade right here. This is, hold on. Sorry, this is beautiful for my minions. My minion damage is beautiful, right? But it took time for me to be able to get that. But it didn't take that much time even. But I was able to farm all that with my crappy gear. Okay, anyways, besides that, so how you do endgame is there are keys. So there's a few ways to do it. I'm still beginning. There's a few ways. So there are keys, and when you click on that key, it shows you where the entrance to the dungeons or the arena is. And as long as you have that waypoint, you can just teleport it to it, right? You have that one. You have this one, which I haven't done yet. So you can do that as well. It's just unlocked. Soulfire Bastion, dungeon, click, go. So that's one way. Another way is once you get to this place called the End of Time. Does anybody remember Chrono Trigger? I love Chrono Trigger, the End of Time with Gasper. Anywho, the End of Time. So you have this place called Monolith of Fate, where it's pretty much fractured timelines, and you do these maps to stabilize the timeline, and then once you get enough stabilization, you can do the boss. So let me show you. Let's go to a timeline that I'm currently farming, which is level 75. As you can see right here, barrier of entry to these timelines is level 58. It's not that high, and you get to level 50 really, really quick within one day. So let's go here, and I want to show you, and we can probably do a little gameplay as well. Okay, so when you get to your Monolith of Faith, you go to this console right here, and you can see this is the map that I currently have right now. I think I have 19 corruption, so I think I've reset my timeline about 4 times now. Every single time you go and you find this Echo of World, you fight this boss or mini boss, right? And you reset the timeline, but you add extra modifiers to make that timeline a little bit harder, but it also increases your item rarity drop chances and your experience as well. You see here, this is enemy not modifier for my current timeline. And to stabilize up here, stabilize the timeline, all you do is just do the map. So when you click on a map, and it'll tell you right here. So this map right here, it has enemies deal 25% extra elemental damage, increase in rarity, and increase in experience. This one will give me rare relics, 19 stability if I finish the timeline, but also up to 40 stability if I kill enough mobs. So let's enter in and I'll show you how fun the game is. I also forgot to mention, when you're actually leveling up or when you're playing, there is pretty much no downtime between each mobs, and that's really great, because I remember in Diablo 4, oh man, you had to go so many places just to get one single mob, and it was irritatingly annoying. Anywho, so you have objectives within each map. It says slay enemies to locate whatever the rampant, and that's your main objective, right? So the main objective, oh, we just got the main objective, right? So it doesn't matter about the rest of the map. You can just literally just run to the main objective and just finish it, right? You don't need to do anything else as long as you finish the main objective in on your map. And the main objective usually doesn't backtrack. Sometimes it does, but it rarely makes you backtrack to the other points. So anyways, we're here. As you can see, I pretty much went through everything. I didn't care. I just want to do the main objective. Hopefully I don't die. Of course not, you won't die. See? Conquered. So once we finish, we can leave. I'm going to pick up all these stuff. Right now, we can leave. And I want to show you this fascinating thing. When you leave, you get to go to the Echo of a World. So this is only for you. This is where your reward from finishing that map. So this is only for you. No one is here. As you see, the loot filtering is working. All this is crap. Can you imagine picking all this and just vendoring? Right? This is only for you, so that way if you do drop something, people can't pick it up. Let's see what we got. We got a Abacus Rod, which sucks, so I'm gonna vendor that. That's it. This is great for +1 summoning, 25 damage to totems. It's actually really great. We might? No? Well, we'll see. Anyways, and once you're done that, you can go back and just keep going, right? Pretty much almost no downtime. What's great about this place is that, well, there's a forge, there's a vendor, you can just vendor your stuff, and there's your stash. I mean, who would have thought of just doing that, right? And then you can just keep going because you have very little downtime in between, and you can do so many of this, and you can accomplish or achieve a lot of the goals that you'd want in the game, and not feel like you've been bogged down by executives' decisions that makes you stay in the game longer for like time play. It's just pitiful of Diablo 4. Anyways, I don't believe I forgot anything. If I do, let me know. Let me know if you like the game itself. I really like the game, and I hope that I've kind of convinced you to pick it up and play. And yeah, hopefully I'll see you in the game. Anyways, thank you so much for listening to me ramble, and I'll see you guys next time. I forgot, you can play the game offline, so you don't need to be fully connected. You can play the game offline if you choose to, which is pretty awesome as well. Bye! I mean, peace out, bye!